All right, just want to give you guys another market update here. I'm going to go over the mechanical unwind that we saw. I'm going to go over something called the Bitcoin premium. It's going to be that indicator up top here. I want to go over how markets have gaps and how market fills gaps and how you can use those to kind of entry and exit. I also want to go over uncertainty right now in the market between specifically the tech stocks. I want to go over MSTR, XRP, and Sol, kind of the earnings that we saw today on Google. And yeah, all right, let's get into it. So the first thing, the unwind, we did end up getting that kind of mechanical unwind that I was talking about. Came up back here into resistance into this range in this high volume node area that I was watching. I didn't take the short, to be honest with you. I haven't really taken many trades since I longed ETH yesterday. Kind of just been flat. Um, what I did want to point out is the premium. When premium gets insane like this, it is kind of a great signal, especially you have other confluences going on. You can just see quick eyeball tests when it gets really right here. When it gets really dislocated, you normally have some good spots to enter and exit the market. So, what is this? It's just the, let me pull it up so you guys can see the settings here. So all it's going to be is the spot exchange versus the perp exchange, and all it is the difference in listing prices on both. If you can think about it, this would be Coinbase, and this would be Binance. And they're not always going to be the same price. And when they get large dislocations, let's say on one exchange you have 90K as an extreme example, and on this other exchange it would be 85,000. Obviously, that would be an extreme example. You would have a huge perp premium, they would call it. So basically, you're just looking at this and the difference between those two prices and how they kind of impact the market. For whatever reason, it seems to be a great indicator. Don't really know why, to be honest with you. But whenever they get huge dislocations, it seems to give you good entries, especially if they line up with some other things. Well, so I wanted to go over that. I also wanted to go over this kind of dynamic in the market where if we have a gap, the market likes to fill that gap. Um, so let's pull up the TPO here, and we're going to be talking about gaps. So we have this distribution or range down here. You can think about it, the market was chopping, and then you had a rapid price movement, and we kind of got this void. And you can definitely see here, let me blow this up. I think you can, yeah. Uh, Maybe we can't do that. Anyways, when price has a void, um, price likes to fill that void. It likes to be normally distributed, and it obviously is not always. So when we get something like especially a profile where we have a range like this, then we have a void, and then we build some time, and then we have another void. These voids often become great trading opportunities, especially the first retest into it. It'll normally either bounce right from the edge, they call these single prints, or it will fill out the whole thing, and then you get the bounce on the completion. So you kind of have two trades. You have the trade, let's say if this is the void, you can see the low volume area. You can trade this into the other edge of the void, or right when it touched here, I'm sure this was confluent with some other things. Yeah, yeah, it was just about the highs right here. So it, wow, what a great area to trade right there. Let me clear these and let's fix this here. All right, so basically we came down, I mean, even on the 30-minute or no, this is the 5 minute, sorry, you can see the kind of rapid price movement that we had, and that will kind of create that void. We get the void, we come back into it, we fill it out, and look, guys, look at this. Look at the first retest on the void. You get a perfect long, and then second one, you get that short I was talking about to fill it out, and then right on the edge of it, you get that long again. So great kind of dynamics to think about when you're making trades. Again, this is called the TPO. I'll make some videos on this going forward, but this is really a dynamic I like to use in my trading just about every day. All right. The other thing I wanted to go through, MSTR. I think we have earnings tomorrow. Let's see. So earnings tomorrow. Um, I'm not really too interested in trading right here. Again, I'm a big range trader. We have this range distribution, whatever you want to call it. Price is bracketed, obviously, and then we obviously have this bigger kind of range up here, and it looks like we rejected from this high volume area, kind of where all the sticky price where we've been trading. So what I am looking for on MSTR for earnings is not much. We'll see what happens. What's interesting to me is I think Sailor is out of blackout now. And I'm really interested at the open tomorrow if we're going to see some Sailor flows start hitting the Coinbase tape. I will probably try to either follow him or front run him tomorrow, depending on what we have. You know, if it's not coming through, I'm not going to force it. So something I'm looking out for. MSTR, I'm kind of looking either down here to get involved, or if we kind of clear this area and start trading higher, I will look to get involved as well. In the middle, I'm not really going to play any mean reversion trades like this. I'm kind of just going to stay out of it for now. Something else to note, we have NVIDIA that obviously has been tanking because of the DeepSeek news. We have earnings for NVIDIA. Let's see here. On the 25th. Well, that's a while away. So we'll see what happens between now and then. Um, I don't know. It's not looking great for some of the blue chips, tech stocks. For Nvidia, it's not looking amazing. For Apple, it's not looking amazing. I mean, they're 13, 15% off the highs. But then you look at Meta and I mean, Meta has been absolutely incredible to the upside. Amazon, again, absolutely incredible to the upside. Excuse me. Google has as well. I think on Google, we did just have earnings today and they weren't that great. So we'll see what happens with that one. But just remaining cautious with Nvidia and Apple being a little on the weaker side. We'll see what happens. They aren't the end all be all in the index, but I am just being a little bit more cautious. Let's go over the levels in SPX that I'm watching. I'll do a kind of video on the levels I get for SPX, but just for now, I'm looking at 6140 as a kind of get above, and we see some follow through from an option standpoint. And then these are just some intraday levels I have been playing. Also from an option standpoint, again, I'll have videos on these levels in the future, but if you want to copy them, here they are. All right, so we went over those. Let's go over Solana. So, I mean, it's kind of the story as a lot of these coins. We got this expansion, and then volatility does like to die after we get these huge expansion moves, and it does kind of like to fill out the wick normally, at least to the lower end. Like if we got a retest back down here, I would definitely be looking for longs, but right here, I'm not sure. We're in the middle again. I feel like I've repeated myself so many times, but all the crypto coins are kind of just in a no-go zone, at least for me right now. Let's check out XRP here. Yeah. Yeah, again, just kind of in a no-go zone. We came back up to the underside, you know, retested the range low and just kind of rejected. So kind of looking for those lower wicks to get filled out, and then I might be a buyer depending on what the indexes are doing and kind of what Bitcoin's doing. All right, I think other than that, what I want to show you guys, the book depth. Let's see here. We always go over this one. All right, not really skewed to either side right now, so not much indication on the book depth either. So that's kind of my um, overview on the markets for you guys. The Bitcoin unwind, the mechanical bounce that we saw, kind of the levels I'm watching on Bitcoin, how you can play these gap fills, we can call them in the TPO, it's called. This is a TPO chart right here, and this would be a volume profile. Basically, you're just looking for anomalies. Again, low volume, low time areas, we'll call them. Again, I'll go over that in another video. The uncertainty in the market right now with the news and everything, I went over that. Went over the premium and how you can use that when premium, they call it perp premium, gets blown out in either the, either side, really, we could call it. Earnings that we have coming up, my levels I have on MSTR tomorrow for the earnings. And then I went over XRP and Sol. I have some levels on Sol there, some levels on Sol if you want to copy them. XRP, I haven't been intraday trading as much, to be honest with you, but it's kind of in the same area for me. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the comments. All right, thanks.